So last week I was on the Gold Coast and I was making a really cool little project with Red Bull and an awesome creator named Christy Risman. Christy, if you're watching this, shout outs. I was essentially vlogging with this camera, the Sony RXO Mark II. First time she's ever picked it up and I'm gonna ask her to take a photo with it. All right, there you go. Take a photo.
Already switched on?
Nope. So work it out. And I wanted to put this video together because I've had this camera for the last couple of weeks and I know there's a bunch of you guys that have asked me some questions. This video is specifically on vlogging with this camera. Ways that you can improve the vlogs, things that you need to watch out for and avoid, and just generally like answering all of your questions in regards to this camera.
This one. How do I know if it has taken a photo?
I think this proves my point, and I think this is like really valuable feedback for the team at Sony to think about when they are looking at a vlogging camera.
I'm feeling a bit stupid right now. But if it is,
okay,
yeah.
Watch this. And even if you've had experience working with Sony cameras before, I feel like it's still not very clear.
Menu. Shit. Oh no. Menu. Display. 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 How do you do it?
The whole market that this is aimed at is the vlogging market. I had a comment and I think it got deleted when I raised this in a previous review that the menu system was slightly convoluted and they were like, oh, like they really had a go at me for it. And I'm like, I'm being honest in what I say. That's why I'm making this video as well, because I just want to iron it out. I want someone to come to this video and go, okay, I know, now just tell me how to use it. Alright, so straight up, let's talk about navigating the menu system. Your first point of reference when you are shooting on the Sony RXO Mark II is to hit function. Function is kind of like the first key that you should be pushing once the camera's on. So you've turned the camera on, then you're going to be hitting function. That is going to bring up a bottom, like, grid menu system, and in that bottom grid menu system, the top left is always the mode which you are shooting in. On this camera right now, it says P. If I was to then hit this little dot, which is assumed an enter button, well, it is an enter button, you should assume that, hit enter, then that will bring up your list of menus. So through there, you can then navigate, you know, how you want to set your camera up. Now, I'd advise that if you are shooting video content, for any just sort of vlogger that's gonna go and vlog some of their day, to just use intelligent auto mode. It's pretty simple, it's pretty basic. Once you're in the intelligent auto mode, you're not gonna have too many problems, but you are only shooting video. The next thing that you would then need to do if you wanted to shoot a photo on the camera is to then use that, go back through that same process. Hit the function key. Function's gonna bring up the grid system. Enter into that top left, that's gonna bring up your menu system again, then you can roll into intelligent photo mode, so something like that. If you wanted to take photos, or superior auto photo mode. Between intelligent photo and intelligent video mode, that's where I think the basic user is gonna get a lot of value. The next thing you're gonna wanna know is focus, because it's the worst when you're taking this camera out and you literally click to go vlog and then you look back at your footage and it's all blurry, which I bet a bunch of people that use this camera, myself included, that's what happened. I literally went to shoot stuff, I look back at my computer, I'm like, it's all blurry, it's all out of focus. Why is that? You have two planes of focus on this camera. You have the up close, like the minimum being 20 centimeters focus range, which is pretty much where your hand is, and then far, or like complete, like wide. So which you'll notice, like when people are vlogging, it's like they're not in focus, but the background is in focus. To counteract this problem, I'm in intelligent auto mode. I flick the camera, the little screen up, I hold it out to where I want to essentially record, and the first thing that I do is I half press. When you half press on the shutter, it creates this green like focus area on what it is going to put in focus. Just by half tapping, just by pressing down. Once you are happy with that, you can see that, I will then go. That's how I like to set up my focus, but there are other ways to shoot. I'm gonna go into program auto, which just lets me set a few more parameters with the camera. I then hit function, hit that function button. I look at the menu system. Now, at the moment, it says the focus mode right now is AFS, single autofocus. So basically what that means is I'm half pressing the shutter, that one time, it's setting the focus mode, then I'm recording. But if I was to go into preset focus mode, PF, that little thing there, if I hit in PF, what I can do now is I can preset the focus mode, which means this is in focus. Then if I change what I'm filming and press this enter button, it cancels the near focus mode and it goes to wide. Cancelled the near, and now this should probably be clearer and I won't be as clear. Then I'll go focus again. Hey, I should be a little clearer now. So basically all I am doing is I'm hitting that enter button, that little dot, and that's switching between the focus. All right, let's talk about color and picture. Now the next cool function of this camera is to set the picture profile up to S-Log2. I got this question, should you shoot in S-Log if you're not actually gonna be color grading? And the answer is no. Don't do it.
Okay.
Okay, if you do want to color grade and that's what you're into and you're good at color grading and you know how to do it, then you do that because it actually better enables you to enhance the color.
Does it mean there's more information in the video? Is it like shooting in RAW?
A little bit.
Okay.
If you've ever shot photos in RAW, it's kind of like that. I'm going to change the picture profile and just show you guys what I mean, because right now we're just in intelligent auto, it's selecting a profile. Now we are in. This is picture profile 7, which is essentially S-Log, which is just really flat. I haven't color graded it.
You don't really know. Ugh, we look gross. Can you color grade us now?
Okay, I'll color grade us now.
Oh, so beautiful.
Terrible color grade.
So apparently he is terrible at color grading, so I hope he's done a good job.
What do you guys think in the comments? S-Log2 is really for those cinematographers that are chasing that flat profile that, you know, marries well with their A7S or, you know, their A7R high quality cameras, and, you know, they're able to use this sort of malleable, small tool to fit in with their bigger production. The one thing that I think is really valuable when you are setting up S-Log2 on your camera, again, just hit the FN key, bring up the grid system, go down to picture profile down the bottom, right there, enter into that, and just go down to PP7. Now PP7, picture profile 7, is S-Log2. Now the one thing I would highly recommend when you do have this set up is to also put your gamma assist on. And basically what gamma assist is doing, it's like showing you a more accurate representation of what the color could look like through your monitor, as opposed to a flat profile, which makes it really difficult to kind of see what you're shooting. So go into menu and then scroll across to the little toolbox kind of icon there. I drop down, it says Gamma Display Assist. And basically all I have to do is I click on that, and there's 3 options. It's either off, it's on auto, or it's Assist S-Log2. There you go. If you have it on the Assist S-Log2, then it's gonna give you that more accurate representation of color. You can do that exact same thing on your bigger Sonys as well. When you take the clips off the memory card and put it onto your computer, you are going to be seeing the flat profile, which means you basically have to color grade it. So again, let me reiterate, I do not recommend shooting an S-Log2 if you are just vlogging and you just want to capture your day. I would just set the camera up I was using picture profile 5, and I was kind of liking that. Or like I said at the beginning of this video, just use the intelligent auto mode. That's great. Next up is audio. Now there's a few awesome features of this camera which I really like that Sony have included. Obviously the main one being the 3.5mm audio jack, so you can straight away, you can literally plug in a external microphone. The microphone that I would recommend using with this is the Rode Video Micro, just one of these. The reason why I recommend this is because it's directional. Obviously this doesn't require phantom power or power. Using powered mics always runs into problems. If you are using an external mic, you are gonna have to buy this little bracket. So this little bracket has a shoe on it. Also, tips for buying the Rode microphones. Don't buy the black one, buy the red one. I think they've improved the plastic that they use. As you can see, I've had this one and it's snapped. I've also gone through 2 of these. So just as an example, come on baby. And it'll plug in just at the back here. Now, for those of you curious cats, there you've got your audio setup. Kind of sucks that this is broken because it looks a little dicky, but straight away you've got you've improved your audio, and it's pretty simple to hold. I will say this little back piece comes off. You know, it's like a little pin. You can take that off if you don't want it rattling around, but don't lose it because this essentially makes your camera waterproof. Now, on that note, audio quality underwater sucks. Oh, the knees! That's the knees, Mum! It is such a nice day out. That's why I like this camera, because I can just literally take it into the water. But as I was saying before, watch this as I jump in. Is probably shitty now. Basically, to get around this, you can't essentially like dive underwater and vlog and, you know, come up from out of the water and keep talking, because these microphones at the front here seem to get muffled. Just as a point here, if you are doing any water content or you're going on an island destination, you're vlogging out and you're swimming, yeah, you do have to stop the recording, then start a new recording once you're out of the water, so the microphones can actually pick up the clarity of your voice. The last little area that I want to touch on, which is moving on from, this L bracket accessory, is also the grip, which is a very valuable little accessory that I did speak of in my other vlogs. Now, you can just use this straight with the camera, or you can, if you're doing the whole audio setup thing, you can use it like that. This little tripod definitely enhances the user experience. Now, the main reason why I think it is a great accessory to have is because it gives you this option to shoot both photo and movie mode within your dexterity of your hand. So that's quite a great feature, because essentially if you have this is pretty much the ultimate vlog setup. You have a tripod so you can rest the camera up on a ledge if you want to just lock off a shot and chat to camera, and you also have the accessibility to take a photo and a movie. Now, that won't happen in certain modes. You will have to set the camera up to manual. You basically just have to be in manual. Yep, there we go. So that's recording a movie. Stop. And now photo. There you go. Okay, I've got it in interval. All right, actually there's one more thing I want to touch on, and that's time-lapsing. Go into menu, page 2 on the camera icon number 1, you have 4 options down. You have interval, shoot, function. Enter into that, it'll say like it's off, and then you can see you can turn that on. All right, now, we can also set a few more parameters. We can set the shooting start time, the shooting interval, and the number of shots. Now, the one thing you're probably gonna wonder is like, but it's only taking photos every interval, and then I've got all these photos just on my memory card. What do I do now? Don't worry, I've got ya. So open up Adobe Premiere Pro, and this is very simple. We're just gonna go file and import our images. I'm taking them straight off the SD card. So this is all the images right now on the SD card. I can click on this option tab, and you'll see it says image sequence. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll and find the very first photo that was taken in the time lapse, and you'll see that it's numbered. And then what's gonna happen if we click on that first number and highlight image sequence, when we import it, it's gonna link all of those images together and create a video file. How good? So you can just drag that in, and then you can export the video file, and that will be your time lapse. In terms of battery life, the battery died as soon as I got into the water, and I've shot like a couple of time lapses. I'll probably be filming for about 3, maybe maximum 3 hours today on this camera. So
would you even say that much?
Nah, maybe 2.
Maybe 2 hours max, I would say.
So it's definitely doesn't, like, you definitely need a spare battery if you do end up, I don't know.
A whole day.
Yeah, if you want a whole day's worth of vlog content, because it's obviously a beautiful sunset now, you need a second battery. Guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If this has helped get you started with vlogging on your brand new Sony RXO Mark II, punch that thumbs up button. If you're into this type of content, I say if you're into it because, we don't need to have a whole heap of subscribers if you're not gonna like these videos. If you have a burning Sony question and I can't answer it, I will reach out to the team at Sony and I'll try and answer it for you guys. Thanks for checking the videos. I'll see you guys in the next upload. JR. Peace!
And letting go.
Guys, go on.
And letting go. Okay.
I mean, it's
1, 2. Doesn't matter. And letting go.
guys, go on.
And letting go. Okay.
I mean, it's
1, 2. You had a person.